Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to see introduction to Express.js. So let's see what is Express.js first. Express.js is a web application framework for node.js. Using Express.js we can create a backend server where we are going to create RESTful APIs, and it's a very minimal and flexible framework. Okay, so without any delay, let's start the video. Yes. So as you can see, I have created a folder inside our node.js folder, which is in the playground. Okay. And now we are going to see how we can create a Express.js web server. Okay. So for that, what we have to do is we have to create a node application first. Okay. For that, I am going to do npm init space -y. Okay. And it will going to create me a package JSON. Okay. And you can see I got the package JSON here. After that, what we can do is we can install a package. Okay, so to install a package, we can say npm install space, and here we'll say express. Okay, and enter. So this is the command I have used. Okay, and as you can see, it is created the node modules. And if I open package JSON, we should be able to see in the dependency express.js is added. Okay, and after that, let's create a index.js. Okay. Right. So once we do this, we have to start building the Express.js application. To do that, we have to import it first. Okay, let's import the Express using require. We can get the Express here. Okay. So after this, let's create app equal to Express. Okay, and this app we are going to use to create the APIs. Okay, so the first thing we are going to have is app.get. Okay, so there are APIs, right? Get API, post API, and all the HTTP protocols basically. So get is a HTTP protocol method. Okay, and here the first parameter will be our API. Okay, which is slash right now, and comma we should have a callback function here. Okay, and in this callback we should get two parameters, which is the first one is the request comma response. Okay, so we'll have request and response, two things. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is I'll say res dot send. Okay, so res is the response dot send, what we are going to send to this particular API. Okay, so here I'll say hello world. Okay, that's it. And here as I written slash, we can have multiple names as well. Okay, we can have API slash users or any other things. Okay, so if you have seen earlier the placeholder JSON, okay, JSON placeholder, they will do the same APIs like this. Okay, they will create API and give the response in the response.send. Okay, and after we create the API, we have to run our application. Okay, so what we have to do is app.listen. Okay, and we will going to provide the port number. Okay, so 8080, let's say, and then one more callback function which will tell us if the server is started or not. So let me put this server is started. Okay, so whenever we see this console log in the terminal, it means the server is started. Okay, so now what we can do is we can open the terminal again and write node index.js. Okay, or what we can do is we can go to the package JSON and set up the command. Okay, so I'll say start command, and let me remove this and say node space index.js. Now what we can do is npm run start. Okay, now you see here in the console it's saying server is started. So let's go to this location and see. Okay, so how exactly we can go to that location is in the URL we are going to type http ://localhost. Okay, because we are running in a localhost and 8080. Okay, as we have the same as React.js will run on 3000 port by default, but here we have to mention what port we want to run in. Okay, so now 8080, and let's click enter. Okay, and you see hello world is coming up here. Okay, so these APIs are nothing but the routes in the React.js, the same way we have here. Okay, so if I say slash user and save it, and I have to run it again, And let's go back. If I refresh now, you will see cannot get slash. Okay, it's saying slash. There is nothing in the slash. Okay, because we have updated that API to slash user. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go here and say slash user, and we should see hello world coming up over here. Okay, right. So now one more thing here is if I do any change. Okay, let's say I have removed this and I'll put icubecode here. Okay, and if I go back, if I refresh it, now you see it is still hello world. Okay, the reason is whenever you do the change inside the code, the application must restart it. Okay, but every time we can't restart the application. Okay, so for that we have one library called nodemon. Okay, so that we can install it. So let's install nodemon, and it will be a dev dependency. We can use save dev. Okay, and once it is installed, yeah, now it is installed, we can go to the package json. We can add one more command as dev, and here we can say nodemon space index.js. Okay, so what exactly the nodemon will going to do is it will going to run this as a server where we are going to see whenever you make a change inside your code, it will going to auto refresh the application. Okay, so let's run this npm run dev, and you see here it's saying like these all logs and all. Okay, and you see server is started. Okay, now we can go and check this, and icubecode is coming here. Okay, so let me change the API and also the text inside this. Okay, let's see what will happen in the terminal. So now if I save it this file, you will see in the terminal will restart automatically. You see, restarting due to the changes, starting node index.js. Okay, server is started. Now if I go back, as we have removed the user, we should not able to see this text here, right? And if I go to the slash API, we should be able to see the content here. Okay. Yes, so this is about the introduction to Express.js. I know that we have just did very minimal application here. It's a very small code, but in the next video, we are going to see how we can do the folder structure. After that, we are going to see how we can do the CRUD operation using different HTTP protocols. Okay. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and give it a like. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.